Hey there, welcome back to the Do It Right Tech channel where I take you through everything tech. And in today's video, I'm excited to be showing you big Samsung features you're not using and should start using. Some features that will change how you use your phone forever. So without wasting much time, let's dive right into the video. But don't forget to hit the like, smash the subscribe button to come back for more, and hit the bell notification icon so you don't miss out on any video that I post. On that note, let's go. So Samsung has been adding lots of powerful features recently, but the truth is most people either don't notice them or do not set them up properly. And these are not small features. These are the ones that can actually change how you use your phone on a daily. Let me show you what you're missing out on. And now, like always, I'm going to show you scenarios where you want to use them in real time. You pick up your phone and instead of opening multiple applications, you check on updates, events, and even what's happening around you. You want everything in one place. This is a feature that is sitting on your phone known as the Now bar. The Now bar holds several of these daily activities and notifications. But what if you have not turned them on? Or what if you're actually a sports lover and you love specific teams? Or with the coming of the World Cup, if there are specific teams that you really want to get updates on and not a whole clutter. Let me show you how to tune your Now bar to feed you with that information specifically. What you want to do, first you want to scroll down and go into settings. Once you're in settings, you're going to scroll down until you get to lock screen and AOD. Tap on this and then you're going to find the Now bar there. Tap on the Now bar and you're greeted with this. So if your Now bar is not giving you information, it's probably because almost everything is toggled off here. So you can tap on more and everything you want information on you can toggle on. But like I mentioned before, what if you're a sports lover? Then yes, you want to come here into sports from Google and tap on this. Now you want to come to sports from Google settings and tap on that. Then whilst you're in here, you can go to recommended or you can go into soccer, whichever one that you love. Search for the types of leagues in this example. You can select the league and then you can select the teams that you follow and then finish the option. That way, as soon as there's any information about them, you're going to get updated. I believe this is fair. You should start using it. Also on the Now Brief, you can come here and turn on Now Brief if you want by the end of the day to get some kind of a briefing, or in the beginning of the day you want to get a brief of everything that is set in the form of your itinerary of the day, your calendar, your reminders and everything. Then you want to toggle this very feature on. I believe it's a very productive feature that some of us are not capitalizing on. With this turned on now, you can get real-time updates directly without searching on them. So now that your phone is smarter with what it shows you, let's control what it stops showing you. So now you're getting multiple notifications coming in and out, but you read through them and you know very well that you didn't want those notifications specifically, but then it's your favorite application which you want other notifications from. Let me show you how to select particular notifications from each application and ensure that you're getting notifications that you want only. Follow me. So you're going to come here, scroll down and go into settings. Once you're in settings, scroll down till you get to notifications and tap on it. In notification, you want to come to advanced settings, tap on it. Then down here, you want to toggle this feature on first and foremost. That's manage notification category for each application. After this has been turned on, you want to come out of here and then go down into apps. Here, you're able to select the exact application you want by scrolling through here. And in this example, we're going to go into Instagram. And for those not following me on Instagram, you can find me on doitright_fitness because I have a fitness channel where I give information and a fitness Instagram account as well as TikTok. So you can follow me everywhere on doitright_fitness. So once we've selected the application, and in this example, Instagram, we can now select notification here. Tap on that, and then we can come down here into notification categories and tap on it. In here, we can check all of them, maybe no. So let's select the exact ones we want. Do we want request messages? Yes. Video calls? Yes. All notifications inside. On Instagram itself, do we want just every alert? If yes, fine. Comments. So you can go through each one of them and select whichever one it is that you want and which ones you don't want. After that, you can step out of here. And from this day forth, you're only going to be receiving notifications that are important to you, and not cluttering the notification drop down with so many that you're going to do nothing with but hit clear. If you didn't know this feature, I'm glad I was able to show you. Now you get only the important notifications, no more unnecessary distractions. Now let's go ahead and free up some space on our phone. So yeah, you're browsing through your phone, installing a new application, and suddenly you are told that you're running out of memory. There are settings and features inside here that you can capitalize on to select old information, large files, or something in those lines to delete only the ones that you really want to delete. Follow me, let me show you. We can scroll down, tap on settings, scroll all the way down till we find device care. Once we've done that, here we're good. So we can now come here into storage, tap on storage, and we're greeted with storage management. So here we can manage all our storage. First and foremost, we are greeted with this bar here showing us what's taking every memory. Here we have this purple looking one is filled with videos. Images are taking that space. We can see document take a bit of space. Audios also take their fair share. You can tap on show more to get more of those information, but that's not the part that is very important to me. Here you can come and see duplicate files. Tap on this and you're going to see all the files that are duplicated on your phone. You can proceed to tap on those ones, one of each one of them, and then hit on delete, and then they're gone. Or you can just tap on that, have all selections of duplicates across board, hit delete. Great part of the work is done. Now, next, what if that's not what you want to do? You want to look for large files. Here you're able to see the large files that are on your device. Select them. You can select all of them if you want. If you don't want, you can go through them bit by bit. What if it's not large files? You can come down here. These are the great suggestions why I decided to show you this. Here you can see you can free up 8 gigabytes of space by archiving 65 unused applications. If you want to archive them, you can tap on that, archive them. It says you can get up to 17 gigabytes of free space by deleting old images on WhatsApp. Pretty old images. If I want to delete them, I can tap on that option, see all those images, select 43,565 old images with 17.35 gig of my space, and proceed to delete if that's what I want. It doesn't end there. You can tap on more and you get more options. We can see more options like get 0.99 gig of space by deleting old screenshots. You can tap on more again. You can get 3.28 gigabyte space by deleting old audios. You can get 1.48 gigabyte space by deleting invisible backups for pictures and videos. And these are some suggestions that I believe are amazing. Then if you come down here, you see that your recycle bin has got something that you can delete to save space. And here, unused applications sitting on your phone for the past 30 days, you can also tap on them and proceed to uninstall them if you want. So these are ways you can manage your storage on your phone that you're probably not using. And at that, let me show you another way to get to the same space when you are inside your My Files. You can just scroll down and find the Manage Storage here, which takes you directly into the same space without going into settings. You can use the storage to analyze files, delete unnecessary data, and free up some space on your phone. If you didn't know this, I'm glad I was able to show you. Moving on. Now let's talk about protecting your phone in real life. You're walking through a neighborhood. Someone just rushes by you and picks up your phone. I know this happens nowadays. Your data, and most importantly, all your files are gone. What if I told you that there is a feature on your phone that immediately detects that your phone has been stolen and protects all your data on your behalf? Yes, it is a setting known as the theft protection settings that is on your phone. If you check a video I made on security, you can see over 15 features that I described there. Part 1, Part 2, and Part 3. You can see the first part up here. You want to watch the entire 3 series to better protect your phone against so many means of losing your data and your privacy. But I digress. So now you can come here, scroll down and go into settings. Once you're here in settings, you want to scroll down until you get to security and privacy. Once you're here in security and privacy, you want to select this option, lost device protection. Tap on this and come here into theft protection. Tap on that. Here, first and foremost, you want to go into identity check. It's a very important setting to turn on because in the event that your phone is stolen or the phone thinks your phone has been stolen, it delays the ability for somebody to change particular settings on your phone. So you want to toggle that feature on. Next is going to be the theft detection lock, which gets turned on immediately that happens. So you can see that it's turned on. So it locks your phone if it detects that someone took your phone and ran away. So the runaway feature here is important because it tries to gauge the abrupt movement of your phone after it being in a very constant state of inertia. So if you're walking gently and somebody picked your phone, we're just thinking the person is going to take off. So if the person took the phone and ran off, the phone is immediately going to detect that that is a theft case that has just happened. Then here we also have this feature that's offline device lock. It locks the screen if your phone loses its network connection. So if currently I'm here and then suddenly somebody picks my phone, I think once they run away from here, it is going to be detected as stolen, or the person immediately turns off my internet. It's going to assume that the person has done that because he doesn't want me to be able to trace them. And so that's a feature that when turned on would also help lock your phone. And the last one we have here is the remote lock feature. When this is turned on, you only have to go to this very link and provide a certain phone number inside here, that when you go to this address and put that phone number in and hit on lock, immediately is going to lock your phone by virtue of the phone number you put in, which is associated with this very phone. And for this very one, we're going to look at a quick example. So we're going to go to this link and then I'm going to input my phone number. Okay, with my phone number in, I'm going to hit that and we can see immediately it's locked. And you can see here there is a theft protection screen lock remotely. So there you have it, some kind of a theft lock mechanism that is seated on your phone, that I believe you should turn all these on to ensure that you protect your phone in the events that such a situation happens. Now let's look at a feature that is also very helpful on your phone. Did you know that on your phone you've got a ruler, a telecounter, a torchlight? Yes, probably in the quick settings, but that's not the one I'm talking about. You've got a compass all sitting in your phone. Maybe you don't have it, but let me show you how to get it. Now when I scroll my edge panel out and I scroll through it, I'm greeted with a compass, or I can tap these three dots up here and go to a telecounter that allows me to count stuff, or a torch that I can turn on. Yeah, yes, I know you've got one up there, or a surface level that when put on any surface should help us know whether it's straight or not. So I believe that's also helpful. And then also a ruler that is going to be right here to help you in measurement. Yes, of very small things. You can calibrate and change even the measurement scale. Now, maybe you don't have this. Let me show you how to get it. So what you're going to do is scroll away and search the Samsung store. All right, and once you're in here, you're going to look for the edge panel and proceed to browse through until you find the Edge Tools, which is the exact one that has got all of those. And there are tons of them that you can select from here. Once you've installed that, what you want to do now is come into your Edge and tap on Settings. And in here, you're able to select the one you want, which in this case is going to be the Tools. And once you've selected that, you can leave, and then as you scroll through, you're going to be greeted with that one. And then when you want to change it, you can tap on these three dots and select the different other options. If you didn't know these, I'm glad I was able to show you. Moving. As I said, these were quite big features, and without taking much of your time, I hope you learned a thing or two from these ones. And here are tools that will make your phone smarter, faster, and more useful. Now the real question is, which one of these are you going to start using today? On that note, don't forget to hit the like, smash the subscribe button to come back for more, and hit the bell notification icon so you don't miss out on any video that I post. Until later, I'll see you in the next video. Peace out.